almost many of our observations were also became part of the recommendations and the issue on attack against human rights defenders, issues on extrajudicial killings, and many others, including militarization of indigenous people's community, environmental issues, and women's issues. I think are all included in the report. And I think after the UPA report in May, I think a week after, a group of 29 European states came out with a resolution that was read in the plenary session of the UNHRC, asking the Philippine government to look at the issues of extrajudicial killings.
Right, so it had quite a big impact.
And in succeeding in September, it was the approval of the report on the Philippines. That was the time we floated the idea of the expulsion of the Philippines from its membership in the United Nations Human Rights Council.
I had read a little bit about that. Yeah. And is that something that you continue to lobby for?
Yes, there's again a group that went to Geneva in September this year to carry again the issues regarding the Philippines. We sent one delegate from the FDPL, Cathy Pamuman.
Yeah.
He was in Geneva. And also issues on many other things, attacks on lawyers.
Was that related to the IPT as well?
It's basically the UN.
Oh, yeah, okay, so
separate from the IPT.
But on the same trip, or she
on the same trip.
Yeah.
From Brussels, she went to.
Yeah. That's convenient to be able to do the two at once.
And for 3 days she went back.
Yeah. And Duterte has been so critical about human rights and about international involvement with human rights as well. He's been obviously very critical of the International Criminal Court and of the EU for criticising human rights here. Do you think that would change how NUPL makes a submission to the UPR in the future? Even though it seems like the government will just sort of resist whatever they're told anyway.
We still see it as a venue to articulate the issues on human rights, and venue also to campaign against these violations and to isolate first the Duterte administration so far as violations of human rights.
Yeah.
For example, we still continue to lobby or make conversations with the European Union, for example, because of their GSP Plus. I think
what's that, the GSP?
I forgot. It's a program for certain countries where they will lift tariff barriers on certain products of specific countries
in exchange for human.
No, but you have to comply with certain international conventions. Okay. Now the problem is that they were here about the 17th of September, about a week ago, 27th of September.
Okay.
A group from European Commission, I think this is the part of the trade side of the mission, and try to get the feedback from civil society organization. But the problem there is it's compliance with the requirements, simply a checklist. If you comply with this CEDAW and all UN conventions, and it's just a checklist. But on the ground, of course, different thing happens.
Yeah.
So that's why we pointed it out. If you really wanted to make a result regarding violations of human rights and tie it up with this program, you should impose sanctions for actual violations. Don't just look at the papers submitted or the documents submitted by the Philippine government on what particular law they checked in the checklist, because it's just checking the list.
Yeah.
We comply with all this, but not monitoring what's happening in the ground. But of course, I mean, they've been critical of the third administration regarding extrajudicial killings. So they know that EJK is happening.
Yeah.
So meaning there's non-compliance with the requirements of that program.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with with the US during Obama's time. Very critical of the drug war of Duterte because of many has already been killed. But $12 million has been given to finance the anti-drug war of the Duterte government. I mean, they're criticizing it, and yet they're bankrolling the program they're
I didn't
criticizing.
realize that they were funding.
Yeah, I think they funded $12 million during Obama's time. A part of the military assistance amounting to $12 million was used to bankroll Duterte's anti-drug war. So it's the same thing. You know that killing is happening, so you should, you should give more credence to what you criticize than what you see in the document saying that they comply with all these conventions.
It does seem like it's just hypocrisy on the part of Western governments. They sort of pretend they care about human rights. But
because of course, the Philippines is dependent on aid.
yeah.
So they're getting support from the EU, they're getting support from Canada, from the US, from the UK.
Yeah.
So it's also important to reach out and lobby with these governments, whatever the effect will be.
Yeah.
I think in the long run, something will move these governments.
Ideally, what would you like the international community to do to help achieve justice in the Philippines? What would be the...
Of course, international community, especially countries who are giving aid to the Philippines militarily and economically or financially, I think they should now impose stricter conditions regarding compliance with human rights laws and international humanitarian laws. Meaning, they will withhold support if the situation of human rights, until the situation of human rights does not improve.
Yeah.
If they can do that, I think the Duterte government, or which government it is, will think twice regarding the violation. For example, just want to go back to the Arroyo time. In 2006, one activist per day is being killed, not to mention others, enforces appearances and other violations. In February of 2007, Philip Alston visited here in his official capacity of Special Rapporteur on Extrajudicial Killings. When he was about to submit his report in May of 2007, there was a decrease in numbers of killings and disappearances. By the time that he was about to submit his supplemental report, and his report will be approved by the Council in September of 2007, the decrease became very drastic. Very drastic. It went more than 50%
He was scared.
in terms of numbers of killings and enforced disappearances. So Arroyo responded to pressure from the international community. In fact, during those times, not one violator has been apprehended and prosecuted. Not one death squad was dismantled, and yet the incidents went down. So it only means that somebody, the same guys that said do these killings are the same one who said stand down. So they respond of course in different ways. They respond to international pressure, and I think at some point Duterte will also respond to that.
But then there's the ICC preliminary investigation at the moment, which is sort of this real threat of something being done, and that seems like it hasn't changed the policy at all so far.
Yes, of course, about mounting the ICC, and of course, it's an indication is afraid of the ICC. But at least we,